Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, and in this video we're going to take another look at the latest news for Battlefield 2018. Now there's quite a lot of theories and ideas swirling around out there on the internet as to what the next game will be based on, and a few months ago we had a guy by the name of the almighty Dak who was quite a credible source for Battlefield 1 news when that was in its early stages of development. So a lot of people have taken what this guy says as gospel, and he said that the game would be going towards a Bad Company 3 theme, and we would be looking at Vietnam and the Cold War as the setting. Then we had some prominent YouTubers come out and say, well, that's a load of shit mate, that's not where it's going, you don't know what you're talking about. And it started a little bit of a Twitter war between these people, and the almighty Dak basically turned around and says, well, you people are in EA's pocket, so you're not going to tell us exactly what you know because you're under an NDA. And that's quite possible. A lot of prominent YouTubers do have sponsorship deals with large software studios, and they probably have more of an insider idea of what's going on with the latest titles than the rest of us do. But obviously because they're under sponsorship, they're unable to tell us what exactly is going on. But the almighty Dak said that his source was credible and he was sticking by it, and then he kind of changed tact a little bit and said that, well, maybe that's not the case, and it seems now that we're looking more and more like Battlefield will be going to World War II. Now I've said in previous videos that that would be the natural progression for the series. It's done World War I, so it'll move on to World War II. And just recently we've had some gun renders that have been found. Now these are one is from an artist that I think still currently works for DICE, and another one is from an artist that has previously left them and is now working at Bungie, but he's showcased these renders on his artworks account anyway. So does this give us evidence that we are going to World War II? Because a lot of these weapons that are showcased in these renders, what you can see on the screen now, are weapons that were used during World War II. And I've got to say, these renders are beautiful. They're really, really detailed, really rich. But would you put renders out like this for a game that is still not announced? Would that be allowed? Would DICE and EA be happy with that? I don't know. It seems to be that sometimes I look at these stuff like this, renders on ArtStation that are done by character artists for certain games, and it makes me think, well, are these leaks just done on purpose? You know, just to get people talking about the game that isn't yet announced. And in the back of my mind I think, yeah, it's completely that. I think they do it on purpose to get us all talking about it, to get us, you know, to whip up a bit of enthusiasm and a bit of drama about the whole thing. And that could be completely what this is. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. When Battlefield 1 was announced, that was announced in May of 2016, so I would assume that this game will follow the same kind of similar sort of roadmap, and we would expect an announcement around the same kind of time this year, and hopefully that will clear up all of the confusion over whether this game is going to be Bad Company 3 or it's going to go to World War II. My personal take on it is I'd love to see a Bad Company 3 game. I'd like to see a bit of an interject between the World War kind of theme. I know we all wanted that, and I love Battlefield 1, I'm enjoying Call of Duty World War 2, you know, to bring back the World War feeling, and that's what a lot of us wanted. But we don't want to be overloaded with it, and I think for Battlefield to go to World War II now is probably a little bit of an overload for me. I think the game's amazing, I love the maps, I love the latest maps from Turning Tides, but I'd like to go back to the future a little bit more. I think laying down a load of World War II stuff, it's just going to be a bit much. But that's my personal opinion, you know, that's just subjective, that's what I think. I'm not going to say no to a Battlefield World War II game, of course not. I'll enjoy it, I'll probably enjoy it as much as I have Battlefield 1, but I'd just like to see them change things up a little bit. Maybe bring us Battlefield, you know, World War II this year and give us a Bad Company 3 game next year, but you know, we'll see. It seems to be that DICE and EA want to settle into like a release every 2 years rather than a release every year for this series, and I can understand where they're coming from with that. Yearly releases have grinded on people a lot just recently, and a lot of software studios have pulled back from doing that, so I don't know if we'd maybe get one this year and one next year, but you know, we can hope. if that's what we want, but we'll see where this goes. The almighty Dak and Westy, if you don't know Westy is, he has a channel on YouTube, he's quite a big YouTuber, and he does basically just everything that's got to do with Battlefield. And him and the almighty Dak have had a bit of a Twitter spat, and almighty Dak's basically said, Westy, you won't tell us what you know because you're under an NDA, but you know full well what is coming out. Westy refutes that and says that he has absolutely no insider knowledge and he doesn't know a thing, but at the end of the day he would say that. So I think it's all taken in a quite a friendly nature. I think the almighty Dak just wants people to admit what they know, but they're not going to, they're going to have to wait. So, but what I want to know from you wonderful people is, what do you want from Battlefield? Are you quite happy for Battlefield to go to World War II this year, or would you like me like to see something a little bit different this year, or maybe get World War II this year and get a Bad Company free release next year? Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this subject. As always, I will be covering this game as it comes along and as its development goes along, so if you want to know the latest news regarding Battlefield 2018, as we're calling it for now, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the little bell icon and you will be informed of my latest videos. So thank you very much for watching everybody, I will catch you in the next one, take care.